Planting progress in Michigan, while still ahead of the 5-year average, slowed for the week ending May 24th due to excessive rainfall in many parts of the state. According to USDA's National Ag Statistics Service, 70% of the state's corn and 65% of the state's soybean acres have been planted. The wet weather is forcing many to think about replanting corn and beans. Gary Brinkman, Pioneer Field Agronomist, says there are 3 factors growers need to consider before making replant decisions.
The most important thing is duration. How long does it sit there? The second thing is growth stage. Obviously, smaller seed is going to be more likely to have issues from saturated and or flooded conditions. And again, let me emphasize it doesn't just have to be flooded, but we have a lot of saturated soil right now. And then the third driving factor really is temperature. Fortunately, we have had temperatures in that 50 to 60 degree range, and that will sustain the corn much longer in those stressful environments. What growers should do is just actually go and dig up some plants, put your boots on, and dig up some plants and examine the roots. That's the thing that would be the most important thing. A nice healthy root will be white. The tissue should still be white and healthy. So those are the things that we would want to examine as we're walking fields that are saturated. Soybeans have a little bit more resiliency than corn. And so where corn may give out after 3 or 4 days, soybeans could last for 4 to 6 days, again, depending on temperature. Very simple statement that I maintain and help growers. Growth is the only evidence of life. So what will happen, especially in the case of soybeans, is the roots will maybe start to rot. And as you see new root growth, that's a wonderful indication. That means that as you're thinking about taking stand counts, and it will be difficult to take stand counts because that's obviously the most important criteria. When we're thinking of corn, generally I don't like to keep stands that are less than 20,000 plants per acre.
And Brinkman suggests contacting your seed rep once you've made your replant decisions.
There's plenty of seed right now to cover the earlier hybrids that I'm guessing most guys would probably want to move into. I wouldn't panic. What I would suggest growers is to talk to their seed representative and just let them know they have X number of acres that they think they may have to replant, just so that could get in place and in position for the grower as he's having to consider and move forward with replant options.